Hello friends, I am Hardeep Singh from Gati Group of Classes welcomes you on our YouTube channel. Guys, we have a topic that is classed in CBSE Geography, that is lecture 3. Already we have been made two of the lectures in English as well as in Hindi language also. So we have a topic that is lifelines of national economy. This is the third video of the same chapter. So this video also has been made in Hindi language. The link will be given in the description. So we have the topics which are we are going to be recovered in this video. Those are communication, trade as well as tourism. And today this is the last video of this chapter, and let's start without wasting any time. So we have the first topic, that is communication. That we already know that many of the things are going on today, like we people are talking to each other. I am talking with you people on the behalf of my video, as well as you people are talking to each other on phone, mobile, email. So all the things we can conclude them in the communication. So here is the communication. Ever since human appeared on earth, they use different type of communication. Even but now the speed of that communication that has been increased on that much of level that can never be reached. But it's a modern time. Obviously, long distance communication is far easier than we if we are still living in our home and we can talk to each other without moving from that place. So that is a very big achievement. Or the types of communication we can see over here, like first of all that the personal communication, when we talk to each other only one by one person, so on telephone, mobile, email, letters, so these all are the personal communication, and the rest is the mass communication, when one people speaks about a topic and the other listens about that, as well as like prime minister when he came online and he just on live, so we people listen him, and that is broadcasted by the different news channels as well as with the different like social media platforms such as Facebook and the another also, you know, YouTube also. So that is all are known as mass communication, such as television, radio, press, films, internet, social media. Those all comes under the mass communication. Now, there are major means of these are all the major means of mass communication. And the most important thing is internet, that we people are using internet on the we Indians are on third number in using internet. More than 200 million users are in India. So we are on the third largest user of internet services in the world. Importance of the communication. If we will look about the importance of the communication, now first of all that provides us the entertainment, awareness about the different things, tells us about the various national programs and the policies which our government is going to make for us people. And one more thing is that is strengthening the democracy in the country. How it is strengthening the democracy? Obviously, if we people are going to debate any particular thing of the government, if any particular action has been taken by the government, then news channel are going to debate these things, and the government will be aware about that if they are doing this thing wrong or whether it is right. One more thing is that is very helpful in the time of the natural calamity, like any disease is there, that how the people are like controlling these diseases or not, है ना? Whether the government is taking which type of steps for the controlling. So these all things we came to know about from the that mass communication. And one more thing is that is all India radio, that also we know very well, that all India radio, that is Akashvani, है ना? So in the national, regional, local languages, and for the various category of the people spread over different parts of the countries. Now, radio is not only in one single language, but that is in the different languages, such as the regional languages also, and local languages and the national languages. So these all are very important for us. And one more thing is that is Doordarshan. That is a national television. We already know about it that this is a national television. And one of the largest and the oldest channel in our country, that is Doordarshan, and even it is compulsory to run in every territory of the country, and it broadcasts a variety of programs such as entertainment as well as educational support, etc., for the people of the different age group that is available. And so now we can see over there that not only single any like only Doordarshan and Jalandhar Doordarshan is there, but we have seen that many of the new news channels such as CNN, BBC Times, Z News, Aaj Tak, Star News, many of the channels are there. Those are actually they are giving something some good stuff over there to us. Okay, so now one more thing is that is India is publishing a large number of newspapers and periodically as well as annually. So we already know that some of the newspaper those comes daily and some of the newspaper those comes weekly and monthly also. And they are of different types like depending upon the periodicity. Now, for what conditions we need that newspaper? So near about 100 of the languages and the regional dialects, those are used for the that newspapers. And India is the largest producer of the features films. We already know about the Bollywood, okay, and that is not only in single language but in another languages. Now the time to we can see also many of the web series are also available over there. Short films, video feature films, video short films. So all things can be understood. And one more thing is that is Central Board of Film Certification. What is this? This is a censor board. We people have to be very careful about that this is a censor board. Whenever a new film is going to be released, so first of all, who watch it? That is censor board. They just look after the things that whether anything wrong which is not suitable for the society that will not be published or that will be beeped over there in the movie. And now we have the one more topic that is trade. We already know about the trade because this whole of the chapter is concentrated on trade because we have been talked about railways, roadways, as well as airways, waterways. So we are going to be talk about the international trade now. So the exchange of goods and services among not only within the state but among the countries. So from one country to another country, that is referred as international trade. And the market, that is the place where such exchanges are going to be take place. Trade between two countries, that we already know, international trade, and that is taken by sea, air, as well as land. We already know those are the waterways, airways, as well as roadways and railways. Export and import, these are the main two components of the trade. Like export, to send something from our country to another countries, and import is to take something from other countries into our own country. So the balance of the trade, that is a difference between its import and export. So what is that balance of trade? We are going to talk about this in the next topics. So most of the developing countries of the world, they have adverse of unfavorable balance of trade situation. This is the mostly problem, and the developed countries, they are taking the advantage of these things. Actually, now we have a topic that is importance of trade. Not a single country can survive without international trade because resources are very much bound for the every country. Now every country cannot be self-sufficient in their own. They have to ask for some things from the different countries, and from the different countries also they have to export something to the another countries if they are not available in their countries. So advancement of the international trade, that leads to economic prosperity. How? If we are trading with the another countries, then we are paying to them and we are also getting paid. So those we are getting paid in the like foreign currency, in the dollars. So it will be very helpful for us for the foreign exchange which is required for importing many essential goods, because if we are importing the things, so we also have to pay in the dollars. Because we are getting paid in the dollars, so we also have to pay in the dollars. So, difference between the favorable and unfavorable trade. What is the meaning of this? So, it's a very important thing that if the value of the export is more than the value of import, if you are exporting more than importing, then it is favorable balance of trade, and it is very beneficial for only for the developed countries. That I have been observed from the so many years. And one more thing is that is on the other hand, that is the value of import. If the value of import is more than the value of export, then it is called unfavorable balance, because we are importing more than exporting. So it will be a great loss to us. Now the main characteristics of the trade we have, like such as like the volume and the value, but that is also changing the direction that we are going to be done our trade. So we have very good relations with the other things also, and but we are no longer tied to one side trade relation with Great Britain. What does that mean? That earlier when the Britain was like ruling over us, at that time that was one side trade, because we were exporting at that time very much less, and we are importing more of the things such as like many of the ready materials, cloth also, and the other things also. So it was like okay, this was not good for us. But now we people are exporting raw materials as well as the manufactured goods also. This is main important thing, that earlier we were exporting only raw materials, but now the time we are also exporting the manufactured goods to the foreign countries. Now we people are talking about India. Hmm? And one more thing is that is the manufactured goods, that comports, that agricultural products, elite products, crude and petroleum products, as well as ores and minerals. Those we already talked in our like waterways also. So you can see over there in that video. That is the lecture 2. And one more thing is that is India is importing petroleum and petroleum products, precious stones, gold, silver, chemicals, and other such items like cereals, crude, rubber, animal products, vegetable oil, fats, medical and pharmaceutical products such as medicines also, and as well as the defense equipments that we already know that many of the countries are like importing those defense equipments from Russia. Because Russia is the main important producer of those defense equipments. And we are having increased trade relation with many of the countries such as USA, Canada, Australia, Japan, Russia, Europe, as well as the many of the oil producing countries such as Dubai and UAE, but not with that much of the Great Britain. Is it okay? So let's talk about the India's trade relation with the SAARC region also. So we are not going to discuss about the SAARC over here because that will be we are going to discuss in the political science. So let's talk about the another things like such as China. China is also an important trading port for us, hmm, after US as well as after UAE. So we have a topic that is tourism. Hmm. So we have a very important topic that is in tourism. In India is the largest service industry, such as because it's contributing like 6.9% in the national GDP, as well as they are giving 12.5% of the total employment in India, and that is the data of 2013 and 14. Now we have one more thing that is in 2013 total FTA, that is foreign tourist arrivals, were in India were in count 6.58 million, and even India was generating about 200 billion US dollars from these tourists, and that is expected to increase in US dollar, that is 375.5 billion in 2018, at a 9.4 annual growth rate, that every year we are increasing with this thing. Like many of the people are coming in our country just to visit over here, just to see the well, national heritage of us. So what is the importance of the tourism? Tourism obviously earning foreign exchange, and as well as the 50 million people are directly involved in the tourism industry. How? Because like such as if they are using the transportation for that, if they are using their hotels, hmm, as well as their restaurants, and the rest of the another things like coolies are there, and many of the religious places are there. So these all things can be said as 15 million people are directly involved in the tourism industry, and they are having that much of employment over there. And one more thing is that is promoting our national integration, and it supports our cottage and as well as handicraft industry, because if the foreigners are coming over here, if they like something and they just buy from us, so it is also helpful us for us to uh, send our things to they in their own country. And now one more thing is that is it helps in developing friendly relation. If someone's person is coming into our India and they are safe over here, then obviously that we will have a good relations with the those countries. So guys, today we have this much of topic and we have completed our this chapter. And if you like the video, then please hit the like button as well as share this video. And if you are a new one, then please subscribe our channel and hit the bell icon so you can get all the notification on time. Thank you very much, guys. Bye bye, everyone.